Hey guys, it's Mike for the win. I'm going to be doing an impromptu animation of Sarada for a particular animation. It's nothing that I'm going to be uploading myself, but it's it's for a client. I don't know if I can say more. But yeah, right now I am make sure everything's good. Cool. So right now I am just doing the rough animation, but at the same time I'm trying to keep it as clean as possible because when I come back and do like the final outlines and everything, it'll be clearer. So per his request, I'm going to be this is this is kind of a similar, or the final draft is going to be very similar to Sasuke gift that he sent me. I think it's from the movie where he's just looking at the camera and while it's like zooming in and it like zooms into his eye. However, I'm going to zoom into this eye. Oop, that's the wrong. What's that? Anyways, I'm going to be zooming into this eye while the Sakura's special ability thing is being activated. So, and the program that I'm using is Clip Paint Studio, and I'm using a Cintiq 24 HD. I apologize if I don't talk too much to the chat. I just want to get as much of this as I can done. There we go. One of the things I really enjoy doing is like hair blowing in the wind or clothes, doing the same thing. I always feel like it's like difficult because you're trying to figure out how. Especially the wind is pushing up right on this, and it's going to be it doesn't want to move. That's why it's got that curve going this way. But at some point, the hair is going to be too heavy for the wind, and it's going to come back down in a move similar to this. Obviously, not as terribly made. I almost said as badly arted because I make up words now. And yeah, I've never animated, or actually, I've never even seen Sakura's whatever the hell this is supposed to be. So I have, where is it? I have this thing here, so I can see how it works. There we go. Good to know. Sorry, I will look at the chat. Hey everybody, hello Bunny. It looks like you were not first, but oh wait, yes you were. Hello Bunny, good for being first. Element, you were second, nothing wrong with that. Son, you asked why are you using Clip Paint Studio? I like using it just for animating, not actual audio. So I find it to be very similar to using Photoshop, but it has the abilities of Flash in terms of the timeline. What I don't like about it and why I don't use it more is that you can't import audio. And I find that terrible. I mean, yes, you could theoretically go to Flash, do like the rough animation, which is what I'm doing now, and then do the lip syncing there to audio, and then import it to Clip Paint. But I don't know. I find that kind of annoying. Like if you're gonna be a program that is made for animation, you should have the ability to import audio. So, but Clip Paint is awesome. Some people have used it, I feel, incorrectly, which is why maybe it's getting a bad rap. But if you use it right, it looks really, really good. My, I have a GIF of Eisen talking, and that was used with Clip Paint. Yeah, and I'm putting, unless I end up forgetting, which I probably will, I'm putting the hair in a separate file just in case the hair looks choppy, but the face ends up looking fine. Or other way around. Sorry if I'm saying your name wrong. Zoe Kalia. Thank you. I'm glad I'm your favorite animator. I'm trying to animate more. I don't understand why I used to animate so damn much and then I stopped. I mean, I do understand, but it sucks because I'm seeing a lot of people doing really, really well on YouTube, having fun doing these streams, making really awesome animations. Retro Rhino, Mastar, people like that. I'm like, you know what? Why can't I? Okay. So this stays the same. I don't even know if these symbols are correct. Again, I don't think I've ever seen the Sakura's whatever move. Whatever useless move it is, because she ends up doing nothing anyways. Oop. Her eye got really lazy. That's no good. So, delete that. So yeah, in this, she's tilting her head down a little bit, and the camera is going to be zooming in as well. Oh, and she's not supposed to have two. Rinnegan, what I did is it this one? No. This one? No. This one? No. God damn it, it's one of these. There we go, it's that one. Yeah, I just copied this eye and then mirrored it on this side just to make sure that the eye was the same. So, yeah. Let's do that first and then correct which way that's supposed to go. There we go. And something like that. It doesn't have to look perfect again. It is a rough draft. And then I'm going to be sending it to my client. And he'll let me know if he likes it, what he wants to see changed. Hopefully not too much. I know some people have issues with when they're animating heads, especially when they're tilting down, because it's kind of hard to know, like, where's everything supposed to go. I'm not amazing at it myself, but usually the face goes down. The ears, which are further back, they're in the side of the face, they go up slightly. And then, of course, the hair, because it would be considered more in the front, goes down as well. It's my first time animating glasses. You know what I'm going to do? Sorry, when I start concentrating, I stop talking. I apologize for that. I really miss doing Naruto stuff. The problem is, I'll start doing something with Naruto. I really enjoy it. But then the work just becomes so overwhelming because I see some animators here who kind of understand their limits as far as timing. So they take steps, or they take shortcuts. And there's nothing wrong with that. But when I'm animating, in my mind, I'm always thinking, I need to make this look legit. I can't have it look crappy because then it makes me look bad. So I'm always trying to outdo myself. And of course, in trying to outdo myself, it means I start taking a long, long, long time to do anything. And before you know it, I've spent a week on less than 10 seconds of actual animation. Let's see what you guys are saying. Oh my god, I have 13 people watching. Oh wow, that's more than ever. Hey everyone, welcome to my chat. My live stream. It's just me here by myself at 11 at night, animating Sarada for a client of mine. I thought I'd record it and, talk and entertain you people. Hello, NASA. Nice to see you. Let's see. I'll go up here. Da da da. Suneneth, sorry I can't say your name. You asked why not Photoshop? I was using Photoshop. In fact, I used Photoshop for all of Kakashi vs Sasuke. A lot of the stuff that I did for, let's just say for most of Naruto stuff that I have on my YouTube. But it's not very user friendly or animation friendly, anyways. And even though I understand how to do it very well now, it's just way easier to use clip paint because, as you can see here, animation cells, these are all the different layers that I use per frame. Hopefully I'm not going to be too confusing, but when I make a new frame new frame in the future, like right here, that one's a new animation cell. I'm going to make a new one, and as you can see, it made all the layers as well, which is great because when I eventually, like you see here, this one's red, this one's blue. Well, the red one eventually is going to be for shading. So when I'm ready to shade her, I'm gonna, click on this, and it's always gonna be red. And then that's when I start like adding, wherever I want to add the shading. And then the blue is gonna be all the highlights. So if her hair eventually is gonna have some highlights, I'm gonna put that there, highlight in her ear, highlight, or that kind of stuff. So it's good to have for it to be remade every time, because I don't want to make a new frame and it's like, okay, well, it's time to make all the new ones, and then I have to go over here, and then I have to go over here and click red for for shading, and then blue for highlights. Just save time, and you can't really do that with Photoshop, not easily anyways. Let me undo everything I did. I actually enjoy doing some small teachings. It does slow me down, but whatever. That don't matter. I wish I could do this longer. I'm not tired at all. However, I have my day job that I have to go to tomorrow, and I will be there all day, which means I will not be here. JR Channel saying I'm the best. Thank you so much. Her eye, what the hell? Both. No, sorry. Yeah, I don't know how old that was. It's not supposed to be both Rinnegan. I just copy pasted to the other side, and I forgot to fix that. I fixed it now. It's all fixed. But anyways, hey Smine, I've seen a lot of your work, and I would love to voice some upcoming characters. If you have any, you can check out my channel if you want to see some of my work, or I could send you some. Actually, yeah, could you send me some? I'll be honest, I'll probably forget to look as soon as the stream is over, because I'm going to pass out as soon as I'm done. So yeah, if you could just send me a private message. I check them every once in a while, so I'll make sure to check it tomorrow. If not tomorrow, this weekend, promise. Maybe. I promise to try to remember. But yeah, I always need voice actors, especially now that episode 3 is finished being animated, and I just finished lip syncing actually a couple hours ago. Only thing that's left, well, not only thing, but now I have to edit everything together, and I can record that too if you guys want to see it. I use After Effects and Premiere. Oops. So I accidentally put this in the wrong layer. Oh well. Oh well, whatever. So of course when the head's going down, obviously the top of the head stays the same area. However, the hairline will go up. That goes right there. The part goes down a little. This goes a little bit higher. It's getting a little bit slower now because that's a lot of hair that's being pulled up by the wind, and obviously at some point the wind is going to lose. I'll most likely change the hair, but for right now it's fine. There we go. We're back here, back to blue. see. And now I'm going to have the collar kind of start heading back this way. I don't know if that's going to look good because the hair is still going the opposite way, but it might look good, you know. Testing is another fun part of animation. To see if what you're about to do is going to look good or if it's going to look like ass. It's usually 50-50. Half ass and half beautiful. I don't know what I'm saying. Oops. So I did it again. Forgot to add this. Of course, the rings go down a little bit. There we go. This thingy. Sorry guys, I don't have a second monitor, so I'm gonna have to keep checking back here every once in a while. I apologize. Element, you said, all right, man, sounds like a plan. You definitely got an awesome thing going here. Thank you, man. I really appreciate it. But yeah, please send me your demo reel, I guess would be. And now that she's starting to tilt her head down far enough, you're going to start seeing the bottoms of her glasses. Want to make her look badass, you know, that Sasuke look, you know. You know. My favorite phrase. You know. So yeah, I think you guys can still hear music, correct? I left some music so it's not just dead air the entire time. But last time I did a stream, I just was listening to music that I usually listen to, and you guys could hear it all, and it was like 80s music. And immediately when the stream was like uploaded, I just got hit by so many copyright IDs. I mean, I'm okay. I think YouTube's being a little bit nicer with the whole like copyright strikes now, but they'll still take any monetization, which right now it's not an issue for me. I'll get a whole 2 cents for any stream I do, so I really don't care. But you know, in the future, or you know, I don't want to get in trouble just in case one day they do decide like, hey, you keep doing this, so we're gonna block you. So the other day I was thinking maybe I should start doing some like anime news. You know, those dumbasses like what's his name? Something for anime. Yeah, him. People like them. But then I thought, I don't know anything about anime. I am an animator who likes anime, but I don't know anything about what's going on. I think Attack on Titan is coming back. That's it. When? I don't know. I always thought of myself as a fraud. Somehow I just got really good at animating. I hate going to like art places, art shows and any of that stuff. All that stuff is incredibly boring for me. But I don't know. Somehow I'm good at this. It was a fluke. Like I hit my head and just suddenly got good at this. There we go. Looking alright. Eventually I'm going to have to change up the eyes a little bit because they are looking, they keep changing shape little by little. But my idea is she's going to look down and then I'll probably have like maybe 2 more frames of her looking down just for that suspense. And then, yeah, she's going to open up her eyes wide. And as she does that, the Sakura bullshit thing right here is going to, do the activate, whatever. So, and as that's happening, the camera zooms in. So hopefully it'll look badass. Busty, you said, have you ever thought about making a Discord? You could get more hands-on with people who follow you. Oh. I keep hearing about Discord. Wait, did I download it? Wait a minute. I think I downloaded that. Yeah, I did. Retro Rhino told me about it. I kept trying to use Skype, and for some reason, in just this computer, it doesn't happen on my phone, it doesn't happen on my laptop, but on this computer, every 6 seconds or so, the person I'm talking to cuts out for maybe a second. But in that second, I no longer know what the hell they're saying to me. And it keeps happening every 6 to 7 seconds. And I'm like, well, I can't use Skype now. It's basically unusable. So I stopped. And then he told me, try Discord. It's I guess it's like Skype, but won't have that issue. And I haven't used it myself, so I don't know if that's true or not. But I would like to use it. But again, I'm very new to streaming. So every time I stream, I'm just hoping I learn something new. So of course, if you guys tell me if anything's going on that I'm doing that's wrong or could be improved upon, I'm all ears. But if you mean by hands-on, a lot of times I'm just animating, so I might not even be able to talk to people very much. So that sounds really standoffish. But if they can talk to me, you mean without text, actual talking to me, then that'd be pretty cool. I wouldn't mind that. Miles, you're saying it's pretty cool. Do you mean Discord or or the stream in general? So like I said, she's still looking down, so I don't want the wind to, or I don't want her hair to start going the other way just yet. It's always nice to have that bit of anticipation. You know, a long time ago, before streaming or like Twitch or any of that other stuff, this one person started telling me that all my animations were traced, that I rotoscoped every single thing that I did. At the time, I was still learning animation, but I would say, good at it. But I was definitely not tracing. I've admitted in the past, especially when I first started animating around 2008, 2009, that I did trace to kind of learn animation. I always found like the best way to learn it is just to, I don't know, do it, just copy it, and little by little, figure out how frames move, and then stop tracing because you understand how it works. So I did that. So I wasn't, by this point, it was, I think, 2011 or 12, so I wasn't tracing anymore. But he said, yeah, I'm still tracing, and that I'm a phony, a big fat phony. And I made something that would basically be like this, but it was a speed painting, speed animation of me animating a fight scene between Kakashi versus Sasuke, because by that point I hadn't released it yet. And it was basically like, see, there, fucker, I don't trace. Fuck you. Let's see how man, I stopped using this for a while, and now I'm like trying to remember where everything is. I think, go over here. Oh yeah, that looks so good. I don't think that's real time. I swear that's too fast. So one thing I noticed right off the bat that I'm not a big fan of is the hair. I feel like it needs to, because her head stopped, like here's her head, right? That's her head if she was bald. So all this extra is just like hair. So right here shouldn't stick out as much as I'm having it. It should come in a little bit more. It's because it'll eventually go up flat against her head. So I need to change that. Yeah, I'll change it later. Fuck it. Oh my god, 15 people are watching me. That's a new one. Thank you everyone for watching me or listening to me or just forgetting that you have YouTube on and I just happen to be the person. Thank you for being here. I'm just animating Sarada for a client. It's not going to be in an animation or a project that I'm doing for YouTube. It's just something for a client. As soon as he uploads it on his YouTube channel, I can't say yet who it is, but as soon as he gives me the okay, I will. But yeah, welcome. This month has been a lot of goals met. Actually, it's February, the beginning of February. I should say all of January has been great. Oh my god, 18 people. Fucking sweet. Hey everyone, welcome to my... I'm not going to repeat myself. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. Watching this lonely man animate. What are people saying here? Okay, that's way too far up. There we go. Good stuff. You asked, what program are you using? Oh, and really quick, I don't have two monitors, guys. I'm really sorry. So I'm going to have to keep checking back and forth on the chat. But yeah, what program am I using? I'm using Clip Paint Studio. I don't normally use it, but it makes my animations look, I would say, exactly like professional animations, especially when I combine it with After Effects. So it's my go-to program now. It used to be Photoshop, but Photoshop is not as animation friendly, so I decided to change to Clip Paint. I talked about it a little bit early in the stream. Lobi, you ask, are you still working on Naruto vs Sasuke fight? I understand if you're not. I'm just wondering. Well, that's okay. I started off as a fan animator for Naruto, and that's what mine is kind of known for. So I'm not, when you guys ask, it's really not an issue. But no, I'm actually not working on it anymore. Basically, the whole deal is that every time I brought something new that was Naruto related, even if it was like, my parody or something, TV Tokyo would take the monetization of it. And Kakashi vs Sasuke took me exactly a year to make with 2 other people. So if that took me a year to do, making Naruto vs Sasuke basically by myself would take me a long time. And I did about, I think, I don't know, like 5 seconds of a fight, but straight fight of just them fighting. And that took me 3 days, working about 10 hours each day. I was glued to the screen. And, that was nothing. So this part is kind of bugging me, actually, so I'm going to change it now. I was just saying earlier that I don't like the way that I made the hair. Actually, that one's fine, but I'm going to change the rest. Just this part, though. Everything else seemed fine. And again, this is... Show what I do. Okay. This is all just a rough. And once I send it to my client, he'll let me know if he likes it or not, and I'll make any changes. So, yeah, like that. There we go. That might look a little bit better, I think. Yeah, definitely. And I still don't know how to fully work Clip Paint Studio, but for some reason the playback isn't the same. I just feel like, I don't know. Because like I have 4 frames so far, but when I click play, I feel like I'm seeing like 2, maybe 3 frames, and I don't know. It looks weird. It always ends up looking fine, but I just can't deal with the playback. I can't even. Sorry, I gotta go back up. So, Busty McNutty, you said, you're talking about Discord. I'd recommend it. I'm in a few Discord groups and a lot of people in it. Chat or join the channel to talk. It's free too, by the way. What program are you using? Or to answer that, yeah, Clip Paint. A lobby, are you working on? Okay, sorry, no, I'm not working on that. I already answered that. Hello, Doro Hidoro. Welcome. Hello, Nessa. You're welcome. Oh. Busty McNutty. Do you still talk to KL Firetears? I remember he was one of the people who helped animate the fight a few years ago. I don't talk to him anymore. I don't like to admit this, but I feel like I was a bit too... I'm not going to say douchey. I don't think I'm douchey, but I was kind of... Okay. When we were talking about making it, I said, look, if we're going to make this, it's going to take a lot of time. We have to treat this like a job. We're not going to get paid. This is before monetization on YouTube. So, we're not going to get paid for this. This is strictly for fun. But if you commit to this, then I'm giving you certain things, and I want you, I expect you to hand them back to me, like a job. But I always make sure, is this too much? Let me know if this is too much. I'll take some of the work back. I just want to make sure you're actually working on it. He said, yeah, that's fine. Everything's fine. And we did, Kakashi vs. Sasuke. It was me, Pasha, Kale, Fire Tears. We all worked well. However, we kept doing a couple of projects after that, but I still had that mindset. And I think me saying, okay, if you want to keep working with me, that's fine. But again, I expect you to give me, whatever you say you're going to do. You give me your word, I kind of expect you to keep it. And I think me being that way when no one was getting paid eventually took its toll, and he was kind of like that. And also people were being kind of dicks on YouTube with him, saying, well, you haven't uploaded in a while. Where you been? Like, what the fuck's going on? So he basically, I think, had kind of not a meltdown, but, he decided this isn't worth it. And he basically said, peace out to me. He said bye to the audience, and he left. I know he was having some issues in real life. So I think maybe everything put together kind of, yeah. So yeah, I'm not a douche. I'm not. Moral of the story, I promise, I'm not a douche. So, Ashon, I don't know if I'm saying your name right. It's super late here, so I can't watch this now. Will this live stream be on YouTube later? Yeah, as soon as I'm done with it, it's just going to be uploaded on YouTube. So, yeah, feel free to come back. Hello, NASA. You said my name. I did. And I keep hitting the mic. The mic is in an awkward spot. Doro Hidoro, you're still here? Good. You better stay. Get more people to come here. Wrong button. This is definitely the most people I've ever had in here, and I don't know, I don't feel like I'm that interesting. I feel like Ben Stein, talking about animation. And here I have the pen tool, which I clicked on, and the blue because it's blue, and now I'm going to make the next frame. Just so you know, the next frame is opposite from the previous frame. Okay, let's do this. And I would also like to say that I am not keeping up with Naruto at all. For anyone who's watching Shippuden, I heard that it was going to end soon, but for anyone who's watching Shippuden, after the fight, was the animation better consistently? Because I saw a couple of clips of Sasuke's story, and it seemed like the animation was pretty good. It wasn't god awful most of the time, and okay other times, and then amazing every 10th episode. Which, speaking of, I'm just gonna keep going on tangents because I'm speaking to myself here. But one thing I've noticed that people do a lot, and it's kind of starting to bug me, is when something has really good or bad art, they say the animation is bad. Something can have amazing animation, but the art can be really simple or low quality. And I just noticed that it's being used interchangeably, which, really shouldn't bother me because who gives a shit, semantics. But, when I'm sitting here by myself for days on end, I tend to go a little crazy and talk to myself. Which is why I think Discord is a good idea. That way at least I can have someone to talk to. I have family coming this weekend, so I'm not going to be trying anything new with streams this weekend, but I think the following weekend or next week I will try Discord. Alobi, you said this is great. I love your animation. Well, thank you so much. I am always trying to improve. What program do you use? Well, right now I'm using Clip Paint Studio. Up here, Clip Paint Studio XE. Yes, I did buy it. It is not illegal. However, I use Flash a lot as well. In fact, I use Flash the most out of any program. Unless I'm doing something that's supposed to look like an anime. I don't use Flash for that anymore. Flash just doesn't... It doesn't look like anime. I guess maybe it's because it has that kind of vector look to it. So I don't know how to explain it. I've never been good at explaining this, but I feel like other programs like this one or Photoshop, it looks like it's hand drawn. Like I drew it on a piece of paper. But with Flash, it doesn't look that way. You don't have 100% like accuracy. Like right here, whatever I do, it shows it. Like all the lines, like the sharpness that I just did, it stays. With Flash, if I did a sharpness like this and then let go, it would round it off a little bit, and that always bugged me. And then like the more zoomed out you are on Flash, the more rounded something looks and less detailed. So I always have to be like super close to get anything done, which is fine for in-game, my show, because the art isn't supposed to be amazing, How many times can I say So yeah, hello NASA. I'm going to use Discord, definitely. Good stuff. I have Clip Paint as well. It's fucking awesome. I agree. I don't like that you can't import audio into it though. That really bugs the crap out of me and is actually a deal breaker for me. I really need to import audio to do lip syncing properly. That's another thing that bugs me is when lip syncing is off. If you guys are familiar with Chronexia, they use Clip Paint Studio. I'm not going to get into it, but one of the things that bothered me was the lip syncing or the lack of. Like, they use 2 or 3 frames, which just looks like they're doing me, and then just insert whatever line went in there. That always bothered me. Oh my god, I have 21 people watching me right now. Hello everyone. I've never had this many people watching me. Before today, I think I had the most with 7. This is cool. Sure, I have 45,000 subscribers, but most of those people came around Naruto or Kakashi vs. Sasuke, and they've probably forgotten that they've even subscribed to me. So I really appreciate all the people here right now. Hi! Sorry, I was responding. I wasn't just randomly saying hi. Sorry, Alobi. How do you feel about Dragon Ball Super's animation? I haven't really been watching Dragon Ball Super. Now that the dub is out, I'm gonna start watching it. I want to say that the art and animation are really weird on it, but when you go back to Dragon Ball Z, there was a lot of weirdness to Dragon Ball Z as well. Dragon Ball Z wasn't this like beautiful piece of work that a lot of people, including myself, were making it out to be. I mean, there have been so many times in Dragon Ball Z, here, I'll even show it here, where like, this would be their boots, right here. Seriously, like, and then like their muscles would be super like blocky. So even though I was definitely on the hate train of saying that the art was crap and they're taking a lot of shortcuts on the animation, yeah, I was one of those people. But now it's kind of like, was Dragon Ball Z really all that good itself? I love Dragon Ball Z, by the way. That was my first anime. I started watching it when it was on Toonami back in early 2000s because I'm an old piece of shit. And of course, with this right here, her head is going down slightly as she's looking more menacingly. So when the head goes down, the ears, since they're on the side of the head, goes up a little. And of course, everything that would be on your face goes down. . And this is just a rough draft, by the way. I'm going to show this to my client, see if he's happy with it, and then once he gives me the okay, that's when I'm going to, do the final outlines, do the shading and everything. So if things look kind of odd, that's fine. This is why we do the rough draft phase, to make sure everything's looking okay, making sure all the eyes are looking good, no eyes too far down. But my idea is, like, it's going to zoom in, and I'm going to do that later. But yeah, it's going to keep zooming in slightly. And then she's going to open her eyes suddenly, and the zoom in is going to increase a bit. And also, this is Sakura's technique here. I don't remember the name of it, but that's also going to, come out of her face, however it's supposed to do. And as she widens her eyes, her Sharingan is going to start, both her eyes are going to kind of start rotating, that cool rotating effect that doesn't make any sense when you think about it. But yeah, it's going to start rotating for coolness effect. And just kind of zoom right into her eye. How are you guys doing over here? Will, hi, yeah. Oh my god, I'm sorry. I just said your name terribly. I apologize. Will H. Hello. Welcome. Doro Hidoro, at least Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z would do the faces right. I guess so. I just remember thinking this when I was a kid. I'd be like, man, there's some parts that the art looks really crappy, and just, this is just me not knowing about other people and what they thought about art or animation. It's just me enjoying the show. So if 14-year-old me is thinking that, then I still think that there were some issues with it. I still like the show, by the way. And it looks like I'm staying a bit longer because this is really intriguing. That's amazing that someone actually thinks that me rambling is amazing. Thank you so much for staying. Doro Idoro, the original Dragon Ball is still the best. I watched the original Dragon Ball when it was in VHS because once again I am an old garbage. Slingshot, Google search on images DB Super and you'll see a comparison of both animes. Okay. I did see the movie. I don't know if that would really be considered Dragon Ball Super, but I saw comparisons where they'd remake stuff from Dragon Ball Z in Dragon Ball Super, but it looked like they were up in their game. Like they were trying to make it look movie quality. Maybe it was from a movie. Like I said, I don't know. I haven't been watching Dragon Ball Super. But yeah, I'll definitely take a look. I like doing that stuff on my downtime. Olabi, you said, truth be told, the Dragon Ball series isn't known for its animation, but Super is something else. Awishan, I feel like I'm just destroying your name. But so how do you sync your audio up if you can't import it into Clip Studio? Wow, that looks great. You animate in Psy? No, I've never used Psy. Hi, Mom. Hi, sweetie. Purely Presbyterian? Hi. But I don't import into Clip Paint Studio. That's one of the reasons why I don't really use it unless... Okay, here's the thing. Some clients I'm not supposed to give information out because, we have a non-disclosure agreement, but I do quite a bit of freelance work. And most of that freelance work is stuff like banners or things for videos, like intros, that kind of stuff. That's what this is. It's for an intro. And what they want to do is they're trying to make a custom whatever look professional. So they hire me and I do it for them. In this case, they want an existing character, Sarada. Sometimes it's their own character. But most of them don't require lip syncing, so I don't worry about it. If it did require lip syncing, I would go to Flash. I would do everything I'm doing here on Flash instead. I would make it way more rough, but for the sake of this stream, I'm being more detailed so you guys can kind of see how I do my job. Yeah, and then I would import it here from Flash after lip syncing. But yeah, ramble. Also, I guess I'll take this moment to pimp my Patreon. I've been trying to animate a lot more lately, and I'm not just talking about this kind of stuff, but like actual like things I put on YouTube. Seeing Retro Rhino and people like Mastar doing so well on YouTube, but also looking like enjoying themselves is really motivating, and it's something that I'd like to start doing again. So unfortunately, the more time I'm at work, which is 4 times a week right now, the more time I'm not here, and that's just at my day job. That's not counting like this stuff, freelance work. But some good news. I know most people are here for the Sarada thing and probably don't even know me very well or my other stuff, but I do my own series in game. It's based off. I'm sorry. 1 second. It's based off. It's the characters are in a computer game. No, it's not like Dot Hack or Sword Art Online. They are in the game themselves. They're not an avatar. They're not people stuck in a game. They live in a world that happens to have game rules. Let's put it that way. So in this world of theirs, just if they die, they come back to life. No big deal. They go on quests. They loot. They PK. Whatever. That's the concept. So, because I've always loved games. My girlfriend is a huge nerd and gamer herself. So I was like, I should make a game or a show like this. Sure, Dot Hack and Sword Art Online exist, and they do their own thing. And I feel like what I'm trying to do isn't that. I'm not trying to take it too serious. Even though there's a plot, it's not going to be super serious. And it's supposed to be a fun show. Which, by the way, I would just like to go on record. I have proof for this that I came up with this amazingly original idea of having people in games before Sword Art was ever a thing. My show Shebane, which is on YouTube and it's dated, I don't know, like 2007, proves it. And no, I didn't steal the idea from The Matrix. I don't even know what The Matrix is. So joke's on you. But nah, it's a same concept, like similar concept, but different way of different things. I am so tired. I'm sorry. My God. I feel like at some point her eyes are not going to be matching. That's like one of the first things I noticed. I start seeing all the things I'm doing wrong, which I'm going to have to finish eventually. Like one thing is this eye has the lashes. I just totally forgot on this side. And also her eyebrow is blocked by her glasses in this part. Right here, totally out. She's giving you that inquisitive, like, the fuck you doing, like, face. But, I'll go back and change all that up. So right now I'm on 5 frames, and as you can see here, I skip a frame, if you can see that. The reason why I do that is, you can change it, but I don't like to. It's at 24 frames per second, and it's called animating in twos. So every other frame, so 12 frames a second, which is just fine for this. Disney used to animate in 24 frames a second. I don't really see the reason for me to do it. Obviously, if I'm doing a movie in a big budget production, yeah, sure, you got to make it as nice as possible. But at some point it almost becomes too real, if that makes any sense. Like the movements become too lifelike, and one of the cool things about animation is, you know, movement that we know exists, but making it your own, if that makes any fucking sense. Which is why I also try not to rotoscope. Well, I don't rotoscope. I've never rotoscoped, but it's not something I like doing. Rotoscoping, by the way, means when you trace existing motion, usually live motion. And Disney did that a lot. Which nothing wrong with it again, but I don't like doing it. What you guys saying? Let's see. Okay. So Shun. I'm gonna forget that, but I'm gonna try not to, I promise. Shun. Oh, I see. Thanks so much for answering. Will, watching this makes me respect animators a lot more. Well, thank you. Someone else said something. Hey, what's up, my dude? Are you using? Am I using? I am on cocaine right now, but I'm getting a little bit too hyper, so might take some. Just maybe smoke some weed later. We'll see though. Oh, Clip Studio. Yes, I'm using Clip Studio. Sorry, I was answering someone else. I'm scatterbrained right now. Watching this makes me yeah. Yeah, animation really does take a lot of time. I am going slower than usual because I'm talking to you guys. I'm enjoying talking to you guys. But yeah, I'm talking to you guys and kind of going slow. But also, I'm being a lot more detailed in this rough animation than I usually am. Usually, this is like a rough animation for me. Kind of like that. Like I barely even draw the eyes. They're just like they're there, they're in that general vicinity, and his neck is right there, and his ripply, sexy muscles are right there. I didn't say that, and yeah, like that. That's usually my rough animation, like that, or my rough frame. The first frame is usually like that, but then it progressively just gets worse and worse and worse until it eventually just starts looking shitty like this. But as long as you get the idea of what the animation is supposed to be, because my clients eventually know that, they're all going to look like this. And by the way, someone asked me a while ago, like, why should I use clip paint? And I don't know if maybe it got a bad rep because Chronexia used it and it didn't look very good. So the reason why is because they were using resolution that was really low. Like you can see right here at the top that I'm using 3800 by 2650. So when you scale that down, it'll be scaled to whatever they want, 19 or 1080p or 720, that kind of stuff. So I'm gonna have to start scaling up more now that 4K is becoming more normal, but not right now. That's a little bit too big at the moment. But yeah, their resolution was something like 1500, if 1500 by something, and that was just too little because you're going to have to scale up if you're making them that low. So as soon as you scale up, you're going to see the pixels. And then if you do anything else, like are you going to zoom in? Are you going to do some kind of pan? You're going to see more pixels. And it was also colored incorrectly. But anyways, I think it gave it a bad name. It's really a cool software. It's really cheap too. I got it on sale for half the price. I think it's usually $200. I got it for $100. But really cool price, really cool program. It's basically like Photoshop and Flash put together with the small issue of it not being able to import audio, which again is a deal breaker for me, which is why I don't use this exclusively and why I still use flash. All right, so I think this is going to be my last frame where the hair is still kind of being pushed upwards. Of course, the great thing is if you do another frame, like a keyframe, and you feel like there should be an in-between frame in between, which is what I call an in-between frame, but if you feel like you missed a frame, there should be something in there, it's always very easy to go back and add that frame. So right here, I'm barely going to even move the hair right here. Because again, this is more for like a dramatic effect, like it's slowing down ever so slightly. Head stays the same. Yeah, this is a part, so this is not going anywhere because it's trapped behind her ear. And then this one right here. This one I can actually probably start going in a little. Go back here, switch to blue. Then this one, like that. I think somewhere there, yeah, somewhere there. That stays the same. You can't see her other shoulder. Well, I should probably start animating it soon. But yeah, before I didn't draw it because her hair was all the way out and it'd be like that. So yeah, I think after this shot is when she looks up, her eyes are widened, the thingamajigger up here starts to do the thing that it does, and stuff happens. Yeah. Let's see. Phoenix Reviews, you said, hey, what's up, my dude? Are you using... Oh, yeah, you already said that. Clip Paint? Yes. Using Clip Paint. I got one myself, but I suck so bad at it. Thanks for making these. I'm doing my own manga, and this helps a lot. Oh, cool. So I guess you're going to be using for the manga part of it, which is interesting. I tried doing that as well. At one point, I wanted to switch from making in-game, my original series, from an animation into a comic because it's a lot faster, because for obvious reasons. And I might still do it, but the thing is, God, I hated doing the final draft because you make the rough draft of it, and then you have to finalize it, make it look good, and that just took so much time for me. I just kept thinking, dude, I'd rather just animate. Because at least animating, I'm having fun. It's what I like doing, but just doing stills all the time, and like stills is difficult because it's a comedy show, so faces and voice actors and everything is kind of important. So you have to get that. You have to show that in a picture, and I'm so bad at that, so bad. And again, thank you for joining me if you're just tuning in. I'm animating Sarada for a client of mine. I can't really give any more information outside of that. However, as soon as he allows me, I'll upload it, or not upload it. I'll say it. I'll say, hey, go check it out on so and so's YouTube page, and I'll put that on my Twitter. And since I can have you guys here, I was actually going to say this earlier, but I got into another tangent, which is what I'm really good at right now. Check out my Patreon. Patreon, what is it, /Smitin4TW. I'm going to be changing the way it looks right now, because currently it kind of just shows in-game stuff. But I do want to start doing more things. Like one of the things that I'm already doing is more streams like this one. A lot of times they're going to be impromptu, just whenever I feel like it. Sometimes I don't know when I'm going to animate. Like right now, I wasn't going to do this today. I was going to do it on the weekend, but I thought I'm kind of feeling inspired right now. I want to do this. So why not? Why not get the audience in? Have you guys joined me? So it looks like it's playing back a little better now. I think the hairline goes down a little bit too far, so I'm going to change that. Obviously, the eyes are going to have to be a little bit more consistent. The hair motion itself is looking good, and the collar is looking good too. The ears look fine to me. Yeah, I think so far so good. But yeah, the more I increase in Patreon, the more that I can actually devote to making stuff for YouTube. Because I have my day job, I work at a restaurant, and when I'm not there, I'm doing freelance work, which takes up most of my time, and then I try to work on in-game when I have a second. So if I'm able to cut, either freelance work or the restaurant job, I would love to devote that time to this, because I'm going to be working regardless. My girlfriend is going to school right now, so I only really see her like Mondays and Tuesdays. So any other time, it's basically work. Yes, work. Work and what is it? Work and also fitness. Something I don't normally talk about because I'm an animator. Who wants to hear an animator talk about fitness? But I was saying earlier that that's a lot of goals have been met, and it's only February, the beginning of February. One of those goals is obviously the fact that I had 23 people in my stream, and that's the most I've ever had. The most I've had before today was like 7. And the other one is that I've been, because I sit a lot unless I'm at my job, but for most of the time I'm sitting down, very, very unhealthy. So I've been losing weight. I've been going to the gym, eating right. I'm doing the ketogenic diet, which is a low carb diet. I've been doing that for 3 months, and I've lost 25 pounds. And this week, actually, Monday was when I reached a goal that I was trying to reach for the past 4 fucking years, and I could never reach it. So yeah, little tidbit about myself. I'm sure no one cares about. But you're my stream, so listen to me. Okay, so I think she's done looking down, and I'm gonna have her start looking up. So I'm gonna be a lazy ass, and I'm going to take, let's see, I don't want to take that. I don't need all that. No. I'm just trying to take what I need. Again, it's all rough. Lines can be everywhere. Take that, copy, go over here, paste some bitch. Wait, did I just... Oh my god, I did. God, I'm stupid. Okay, I meant to do that on this frame. Yeah, there we go. Let's try that again. So, do that, copy, bring that back, and paste. There we go, stupid. There we go. And then go back to yellow. Open up onion skin again. And this part stays the same. Part basically, part goes up a little bit, but then this part, let's see, one like that and like that, something like that. Suddenly her hair flips. Just decides to switch it on us. This is one of these things I sometimes have to redo because it might look off or a little awkward, but we'll see how it looks first. This part stays the same. This part is not going this way, so and then this hair is like this, so now it would be something like this. Boom. Boosh. So sexy. Calvin Klein. Ooh. Let's see. You guys, feel free to ask me questions or say things. You know, I'm trying to go back to the chat every couple of minutes because I do enjoy talking to you guys, and I'm going to enjoy talking to you guys even more when I figure out Discord so I can actually speak to you guys. Will, okay, he says, I'm going to go, but I'll be sure to watch your in-game series later. Take care, man. Thank you for watching. Shone, did I say it? Shone says, I'm trying to work on my own anime project too. I hope that's okay to say here, but there are so many things I don't know. Flash does the trick if you don't use actual black for the outlines. Well, and yeah, it's fine. You can say whatever you want here. What I would say, honestly, like, I don't know how new you are to animation, but if you think you're very new, like you're still not sure how some things are supposed to move, for example, walking, if you're not sure how the leg is supposed to progress, or running, or a hand moving, whatever. If you're having issues with that, before you make a series, make sure you study a little bit. Do some work. Even tracing like a rotoscope existing animations, just so you can kind of get the idea of how everything works. And then as you get better, you can stop rotoscoping. Azer-chan, you said, when is Naruto Shippuden Z coming back? I know I should bring it back because people liked it. I guess I want to, but I kind of ran out of things to joke about. Because this is around the time that I stopped watching Naruto. I read the manga, but it's been so long. I don't even know what happens, really. I forgot what happens. And I don't know, I just wasn't thinking, like, what else can I do? I feel like I had no more jokes. So I just kind of, But if I have more time to animate, and again, I'm gonna pimp my Patreon, so just bear with me. If I get some more support on Patreon, and I can devote more time, then that'll be one of the series I'll bring back. I am though considering toning down on the animation and art a little bit and just focusing on the jokes. Because one of the things I wasn't trying to make it look like the anime, but I wanted it to look close. I wanted people to look at it and say, okay, like, this guy has some skill. But I was looking at what's his name? Mastar and his stuff, and he's killing it as far as a fan animator go. He's getting a lot of views, he's getting a lot of exposure, he's doing awesome. But his work is very, he traces a lot, and looks like he rotoscoped some animation. So, but he's taken that road. Like, he's not worried too much about the art, even though it looks good. Like, he knows he knows how much he can do for the audience to enjoy what he's trying to make. So like his whole videos about fighting, you know, different anime characters fighting, which is cool. But he's not going to make it look fucking beastly. He's just going to make it look where it's interesting, and he achieves it. So I think I might do that. Just kind of take it easy on some of the art, some of the backgrounds. Because, you know, like, funny thing is a lot of stuff, like a lot of time is spent on the editing. Like once the animation's done, I still have to shade and edit, you know, or lip sync and then edit everything into After Effects, which means I have to make backgrounds or whatever. I'm gonna put her hair like right here because I don't want the Rinnegan to really be blocked in any frames. I'm gonna see if I can do that without it looking weird. Yeah, something like that. And I just keep looking back to make sure I'm doing everything right. Go. And I'll go back and like edit eyes and stuff later. Oh yeah, and another thing I have to do that I forgot is this guy. Am I doing that right? Yeah. Delete that. Itch. Delete that, delete that, go over here, delete that, damn it, there, delete that, go away. Oh yeah, and save. Try to make sure you save. Something I'm terrible at. Sean, you said, wow, thanks, that helped so much, dude. Seems like it's a bit like having braces and then taking them off as you get better. Flick, how the booty? Psh, you know how the booty is. You saw it the other day. Sean, cliche question. Where do you go for inspiration? How can I spark my zeal for animating again? My passion for, or my inspiration, passion for animating goes up and down as anything, you know. I mean, just recently I had kind of a lull in animating, you know. I didn't care enough. No, okay, I didn't care enough, but I just wasn't in the mood to do it. I would wake up and just think of all this other stuff that I want to do instead, and I had to sit down and devote 5-6 hours of my day for it. I think what got me back into it was in game, because there's a story I want to tell. I feel like the story's good. I feel like if people watch the story, and they would really enjoy the characters. So that's kind of what brought back my enthusiasm to continue animating. And animating more serious things like, you know, this stuff, Sarada and everything else, I would say seeing Retro Rhino and Mastar like doing their stuff and how good they're getting with it. I feel like fan animation's coming back. It might be a weird thing to say, but when I was doing fan animations, I guess you could say when I was quote unquote popular because of Kakashi vs Sasuke and a couple other things. YouTube, what was that, 5-6 years ago? So this was before YouTube was like making money, monetizations and that kind of stuff, and people were enjoying it. And now, one of the reasons why was the anime was taking forever. The anime was in Naruto filler hell. People wanted to see Shippuden already, which hadn't come out. So that's when I started animating manga chapters. One of the first, actually the first one I did was a GIF of Kakashi impaling Kakuzu with a Raikiri. That was the first GIF I did. That one never went on YouTube. First animation I did, which is still on my channel, is Kakashi attacking Pain and then Pain destroying him. That one was cool. So I think that's kind of what sparked people wanting to watch it. And now with Retro Rhino, Bleach was canceled and he's bringing it back basically. People want to see that, so they're tuning in. He's getting popularity. Sorry, I went on a tangent. You asked me what brought me back to this. Those people. That brought me back. I just want to tell a story, basically, and that's what it sounds like what you're doing. You want to tell a story. So do it. But if you think that your skills at the moment won't give your show justice, then I would consider, well, like I said, teach yourself animation. Just watch... I think it's called VLC Player, VHL, VLC. I'm sorry, it's the one that's got the orange cone, traffic cone on it. Yeah, that player. It allows you to go frame by frame when you click a button, E or something. So you can stop an anime and then or anime or live action, anything, and then go frame by frame and then see how each frame progresses and see what's being done. Watch someone walk. See how the leg is being moved. When someone's walking towards you, how does the leg look? Foreshortening and making things look different. Because that's one of the issues I had the most. Here, let me show you. I'm like talking so much and not actually doing anything. One of the issues I had first is when someone is like pointing something at you, like a finger. So people, like here's a sideways. That's not a penis. Promise. Like here's a hand of someone pointing that way, right? So then, sure, that's kind of easy, right? But pointing at you, it's like, whoa, wait, how do I? Hold on, is it like is the finger again not a penis? Finger like that? Like where's the thumb? I don't know. It's just for me, it was always difficult. So then I found out, you know what? It's okay. Shit, I just did something stupid. Hold on. Okay. It's okay not to show the whole finger because you're not going to see it. I mean, point your finger at yourself. Maybe you're going to do it, and you're not going to see your whole finger. You're just going to see the tip, just the tip, and then of course you do the thing here with the rest of the hand, whatever. So, same thing with the arm. If the arm is like this, you're probably not going to see the forearm really at all, right? Because the hand is blocking it, so you're just going to see probably the bicep a little if the guy is ripped, whatever, and then you're going to show the shoulder, and then person yelling at you, blah 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 blah. So it actually be more like up here. Yeah, but you get what I'm saying. That was probably the most difficult thing for me. Is it's okay not to see certain things. It's not weird. And walking was a little bit more. People seem to not know what to do with the upper leg when someone's walking. They tend to, I don't know. I've seen so many different things. Like they'll lift the calf and everything way too far up, and the whole leg just looks wonky. But those things are. Anyways, yeah. Learn those things. That'll help you out. And as you start getting better, remember subtle animation is what's important, not badass fight scenes. I'm sorry to continue to rip on Cronexia. I love the people who made
Cronexia, but it was executed badly. One of the things that they did was they tried to focus too much on the fight scenes. You know, like you could tell that they were trying to make it Sakuga, you know, like really light, like fast action, camera all over the place animation. But then they didn't even do keyframe or in between frames for someone moving their head. You know, you can't do that. Tone down the fight scene and learn how that head fucking got there. You know, that hand that just magically came out of nowhere? Like, animate that hand going up there. Animate them blinking. Those are all things that you need to learn. Like when someone blinks, it's going to take 2 frames. It's not a quick thing. Just, you know, when you kind of linger on a blink, basically. And when you blink, your eyebrows go down with it, and then it goes back up. You know, little things like that. I'm rambling again. Sorry. Eric Welsh, I have only, you're saying, I have only recently got my feet wet with animation because I got a Wacom tablet not too long ago. Nice. After 5 to 6 tries, I finally made a decent walk cycle. Digital art is so different from traditional. I agree. That's what we were just talking about. Dude, it took a while for me to even get comfortable with walking or running. Azzy Fox, you said, Smitin, do you happen to be looking for voice actors? You know, I kind of always am for in-game. Could you send me your demo reel to my YouTube message, my private messages? And I'll listen to it. But I'm actually probably going to be good for a little while, I think. I just finished part 3 of in-game, which, by the way, I'm doing parts. I'm not doing episodes anymore because they take too damn long. So I'm going to be doing parts. Anyways, what was I saying? Yeah, so it might take a while. I have all the voice actors I need for part 4. Maybe. I might need 1 or 2. But again, send me your stuff. And I'll get back to you. Hello, Nessa. Oh, you're still there. Hello. Oh, cool. That helps. Wait. That's a lot. Okay. S Layer X. Are you animating this straight ahead or are you using keyframes? Animating this straight ahead or are you using... I'm not sure I understand the question, but I mean, I am animating the head and it's looking straight ahead, and I'm doing keyframes like all the stuff down here, you know, they're keyframes. So both, I guess. As the Fox says, oh snap, I need to actually make a demo. Well, I need to know what you sound like. Some things, I guess I should probably say this. If you want to voice act for me, obviously I can't pay you. I'm sorry. I'm trying to make money on my Patreon right now, but right now it's mainly my family and my friends. So yeah, I can't pay anyone yet. So you have to be out of the kindness of your heart to help me. Also, you need to have a good mic. So if you use a mic that's usually made for gaming, it's probably not going to be good. So that's another thing. You know, it has to sound clear and professional. I bought myself a studio mic. It's the Audio-Technica, I think 2020. It cost me, I think, $150. And I mean, I'm talking into it right now. So it's what I use to voice Smitin. So that's good. If you can do that, because I'm pretty sure I do the shittiest job. So if you can do my shittiness, then you're good. Ashon. God, I can't say your name right. Yeah, I give up. I'm gonna switch it every once in a while. I do that with blinking sometimes. Too many frames. As the Fox said, but when I find the time, I most definitely shall. Okay, good. Please do. Ashon. Oh, I'm gonna start calling you Michonne from The Walking Dead. Oh, I'll have to make a new voice demo and send it then. Yes, you do. Do it. I don't ask for payment. No worries. Thank you. I voice act for the love of it. Thank you again. I love that. I mean, eventually, in my dreams, I am making enough on Patreon and YouTube where I can where I don't need a day job, and also so I can pay my people, so I can have another artist help me, and I can pay everyone who's helping me, which is actually a lot of people. It's right now it's like 6 voice actors. Then I have my composer who just does work for me. I mean, he's amazing. Myself, and then I have a couple artists that help me out with the animation or the coloring when they have time. Steffi177, hello. Welcome to the chat. First time watching one of your streams. What kind of tablet do you use to draw? Well, thank you. This is my 3rd stream. Definitely haven't had this many people before, so this is awesome. Anyways, yeah, welcome. And I use a Cintiq 24 HD. That's the one where you draw right on the screen. I also have a Cintiq Companion 2, which I use whenever I'm traveling. I love that one too, but nothing compares to having the 24 inches in my face. You know, you just can't compare. Excuse me. I was planning on buying a Wacom. Oh, please do. I've never tried the other ones, so I can't really say if the other ones are better or worse. But Wacom, you can't go wrong. You know what you're getting. You're getting it's like drawing on paper, period. Especially on the ones you get. The one I bought, the 24 HD, at the time was $2,000. But I am a freelancer, so when I bought it, I knew, this is an investment. Which, by the way, tax return, coming up and everything. So, but yeah, so it was an investment. Definitely got my money's worth. Same with a Companion too. But you won't regret it. One thing I will say though is I don't like the ones where, like the bamboo and stuff, where you're drawing like down there on the tablet, then you're looking up. I can't do that. I've tried. I can never do it. I suck. I think I'm gonna. So again, to all you guys that are just joining me here and don't really know what I'm doing, I'm animating Sarada, just kind of looking down, and then she's gonna look up suddenly, and her eyes are gonna be all wide and everything. It's kind of like that Sasuke picture from, I think it's a movie, where Sasuke's just looking at the camera while his hair is just like flailing around, and he widens his eyes and his Sharingan just starts like rotating. So the same concept. That's kind of what my client wanted me to do, so I'm doing the same thing. She's gonna start looking up here. I enjoy drawing eyes as well. I've always like doing this here. I'll show you, because sometimes you'll see just like anime eyes being drawn like this, right? But I like to do kind of like this. I don't know. Excuse me. I don't know why. I feel like it adds a little bit of detail to it, and then make this a little bit. And sometimes, whoa, that is huge. That's a huge eraser. Okay, there we go. Then you kind of get rid of some of those, and you can just use another color, and then add that. Like that. A way to make your eye look just a little bit more deep, and it doesn't take that much more time. Another thing, if you want to get really realistic, is, I was going to say I might have her close her eyes, but I think I'm going to change my mind on that, keep them open. Because realistically, when people turn their heads, or do anything with their head, they blink. Usually, well, from what I've read, it's because your brain, in order to... It's to process the new information. So instead of keeping your eye open as you turn your head, you blink as you turn your head. So kind of like you get that new information. So same thing when a character turns their head, does something over their head, it's a good idea to have them blink. Just, it adds to it. You guys like how I'm just throwing facts at you with no data? It's true, I swear. Make sure I'm doing this right. Yeah, okay, I am. Cool. Second there, I thought I was like messing up. Yeah, fuck. I got confused where I was for a second. Okay, now I'm back. So her eyes are gonna widen suddenly. Just got that there. Oh yeah, the other point that I never made was when someone blinks their eye and then opens back up, the pupil is usually larger because there's not a lot of light, obviously, when you blink. And then when you open your eye, the pupil gets smaller. So another little thing if you want to add a little bit of realism to your animation. And this guy, I actually have to lift him up a little bit in here. There we go. So I think just by looking at this, even though I like the animation and stuff, I'm not really digging the way her eyes are looking, just because she's kind of looking down and then suddenly her eyes are just widening up. It looks a little awkward. So, fuck. Delete that. There. I mean, I guess it doesn't look as bad when I'm letting it go. Kind of looks like a hentai. But I might add a frame in between these two later. Maybe her eyes will close for a second, but we'll see. What you guys saying over here? Let's see. Okay, so Dynamite Wolf, I'm an animator too, nothing posted yet, but can you make a tutorial for your effects on Photoshop? Like chakra aura and stuff? Also, how do you make your animations look kind of shiny, like an anime? Well, first of all, welcome Dynamite Wolf. I'm glad you're joining me and us, all of us. And I'm glad to see another animator here. Are you new at it or have you been doing it for a while? And also, yeah, honestly, it might be a live stream instead of a tutorial, because tutorials I have to like edit the bejeebus out of it, and it's always such a pain. I prefer to like make a stream dedicated to it, and maybe I'll do that in the future. Just say, hey, such and such date, come on by. I'm going to be working on just effects, so you guys can come over here to my Discord when I have a Discord. I don't have one yet, and y'all can ask me questions real time. So, but yeah, I'll show you how to do a book. Steffi, you said, yeah, I need a screen. I know. Screens are awesome. You just can't beat it. Hashi-sama, I can draw really good. I should be on your team, low key. Dude, fine with me. Can you animate though? Because I really need animators. If I can get an animator that can animate like like my in-game characters, and I'll be so happy. The Salty Tuna. Any animators you really look up to on YouTube? Who do I look up to? Again, I always found me being an animator or an artist in general was a fluke. Like I was meant to be like an accountant, but then I got hit in the head and suddenly I got this ability. Because I hate going to art shows. I hate looking at art. I like looking at anime, I guess, because I'm an animator, so maybe that's why. But I don't know as many animators as I think I should. But animators here specifically on YouTube, Melavili is someone that I love what he's done. I'm gonna pat myself in the back here because it's all I got, guys. It's all I got. I'm gonna pat myself in the back and say that I didn't straight up teach him, but I definitely gave him some advice when he was first learning how to animate, when he had like a couple hundred subscribers, and he helped me out on a couple early fan animations. This is around the time he started doing Dragon Ball Epsilon episode 1. So he wasn't able to help out that much, but he did what he could, and he's gotten so much better. And he's awesome. He's kind of one of those people that I said, listen, learn frame progression, trace if you have to, but then once you start learning, you start doing it yourself, and now he's doing it all himself. He's doing a fucking amazing job at it. So I definitely look up to him, just the success he's done. Retro Rhino, he's a new guy, but I definitely admire him. He's got a lot of energy. He's got a lot of ambition. I wish him well. Ego Raptor, I remember him from Newgrounds, so I look up to him. I think he did it well. He did the game animations, like making fun of games, and he did that awesomely. Like, that's what I want in-game to be, like that kind of goofy animation, but with mine a little bit more story. Definitely look up to him, though. Hashi-sama, you said you're using Flash, right? Yes. I'm not right now, but I do use Flash, yes. What do you prefer, Toon Boom or Flash for hand drawing animations? I don't know Toon Boom very well, but from the little bit that I've got from Toon Boom, I prefer that just because I feel it gives you more freedom when you're drawing, whereas Flash it changes your lines around. It makes them, I don't know how to really, it rounds them off, I guess you could say, unless you're really close in. Then you can make it detailed. But if you're kind of like right here, like if I'm animating from this distance, it's going to round off the lines a little bit, and I don't like that. This is Clip Paint Studio, by the way, not Flash. What software do I use to animate? I use Flash. Currently, I'm using Clip Paint Studio, and I also use Photoshop. I used to use Photoshop, but now I'm using Clip Paint for it. But Flash is still my number one. I'm trying to get into Toon Boom, but I don't know. Right now, there's so much stuff I'm trying to learn that I just don't have time. Is Clip Studio free? Never heard of that one. Yeah, it's not well known, and no, it's not free. I'm using the EX one, which costs $200 on their website. I got it for half off, so I don't know how often they do those, but I'd recommend it. Only thing is they don't let you import audio, so that's kind of the shitty thing about it, is you're gonna need Flash, because you'll use Flash to do the rough draft, and you'll lip sync in Flash, then you'll import it into Clip Paint Studio, make it look beautiful, and then from there you go to the next software. So that to me is a deal breaker. I was telling people before, I use this program only for animations that don't have any audio. But no, it's not free, and before you go looking around for a torrented version of it, it's it's difficult to. That's all I can really say about that.
Well, how's the music? Is there still music going on? Last time I did a stream, I just listened to my like 80s music and stuff, and I got flagged a bunch of times for all the royalty-free stuff that I had on there. Oh shit, that's... So, hopefully everything's just... I just have royalty-free music playing now. There we go. Hey, I have 23 subscribers, or 23 people again. Thank you for joining. Anyone who's just showing up, I'm animating Sarada. Right now, I'm just doing a rough draft of her. It's not going to be the final. I'll do the final another day. You guys can actually watch. I'll do the live stream of everything, just so you guys can see how I work. So right now it's Clip Paint Studio. Once I'm done with that, I mean, you're going to see me color it or outline it, color it. Once I'm done with that, you're going to see me use After Effects. Actually, that's going to be it. Usually I use somewhere. Sometimes I bring it into Photoshop if I make a background. For this particular one, there is no background. It's just a black background. So, but yeah. And if you like my stuff, please subscribe to me. I appreciate any newcomers. And check out my Patreon at patreon.com/Smiten4TW. Right now I'm working on I'm almost finished. I just finished animating my original series in-game part 3. I'm doing parts instead of episodes. And if everything goes well, I'm going to have it uploaded next week. In fact, I don't see how I wouldn't have it uploaded next week unless something bad happens to me. And I want to upload more frequently. I want to be doing these streams more often of anything that I do to animate. I really enjoy doing these, and I'm going to have a Discord eventually, so you guys can join me and actually talk to me, and I'm not just, I don't just ramble to myself. And of course, because it's the rough draft, things might look kind of odd. She looks fucking possessed as hell. Okay. Yeah, her pupils aren't exactly like this one's looking at eye, and that one's kind of a lazy eye. We'll move that a little. It's somewhat looking at me. There we go. Then when I do the rough draft, oh my god, is that even any better? Oh well, good enough. Holy shit, 27 people watching me. Crazy. That's the most ever. That's the most by 20. Let's see, Dynamite Wolf. Let's see. King Los Lacaris. I hope I said your name right. They always close their eyes before opening it like that. Yeah, they do. So I'm probably going to have her eyes closed all the way too. Because I was trying to do it without it, keep the eyes open the whole time, but it did look kind of wonky. So I'm just going to add that extra frame or two. Dynamite Wolf, I'm 16 now, but I've been doing it since I was 12. But just now I'm getting into huge projects. Cool. Dude, keep going. You're young. I started animating when I was, 10 years ago. So, time to reveal my age, when I was around 20. Yeah. If you want to see what kind of skills I have, I can email you some of my animations. If you have anything on YouTube, just send me a message here on YouTube privately, and I'll check them out. It doesn't matter if you're a beginner. I mean, we all start somewhere, man. It's good that you're doing. That's what counts. Not safe for work gaming. What are you using? Right now I'm using Clip Paint Studio. I do use Flash most of the time though, and I'm animating on a Cintiq 24 HD. Knuckles, missed you, man. Thank you. I am going to be doing this more. Promise. Yes, I promise. Oh my god, I just lost 6 people. I am so boring. Alejandro. Man, fucking niggas. Hey. Come on. Hey. Jax. Yo, Smine. You need to add an FAQ on your description. On my description, where? On Patreon or here?
I'd get really excited to see rough draft animation since it's telling you you're most done with an. Wait, I'm sorry. I get really excited to see rough draft animation since it's telling you you're almost done with the animation. Well, sometimes. Michonne says, "What is your favorite anime arc from part 1 of Naruto and why?" Alejandro, come on, don't be pissed. Tell us what up, and then enjoy the stream. Oh wait. Description. Sorry, I'm gonna go in order. Sorry. And thank you. I'm glad I'm not boring you. Hello, Nessa. What's my favorite anime arc from part 1 Naruto? Let me think about that for a second. I love the Zabuza arc. Let's see. I guess that one would be one of my favorite ones, just because at the time it's when I started watching Naruto, so maybe I got some nostalgia, that's clouding my judgment of something that was actually better. But I really like the fact that when that fight happened, they were acting more like ninja. Yeah, they were like ninjutsu and stuff, but there was like that, being hidden and coming out of nowhere kind of stuff. And also Kakashi was seen as a fucking badass. He wasn't like some subpar ninja. He never was a subpar ninja, but when Naruto and Sasuke, became their uber forms, he couldn't compete with that. But at the time, he was a badass, and Zabuza was a badass, and that, like, when Sasuke was just like deathly afraid of Zabuza because of how strong he was, that was really cool. It was like he realized that he was a child among these murderers, these killers, and it freaked him out. I felt like Naruto, as it went along, kind of lost some of that. Okay, let's see how this looks. Hopefully it won't look too piss poor. For some reason, it lags a little with this program, I've noticed. But, yeah, I mean, it gives me it's good enough. It's good enough. So right off the bat, let me see. What I do like is the hair looks good. I like the way the hair is moving around. What do you call it? I like the collar. The collar is really nice, the way it's going back and forth. Probably change the mouth a little bit. The eyes are okay. The pupils, obviously, on the final draft are going to need to be changed. The Sharingan, what do you call it? The little dealies, I don't know what they're called, but the tomes, they're moving around too much. Obviously, I'll have to fix that. But yeah, I think it's good. So far, so good. Hey, Jax. I still don't understand what you meant. Sorry. I'm sorry. On your YouTube description. I guess I should. I never paid attention to that. I'm sorry. I haven't really updated my YouTube in a while. So I have to look and see what's new. Do you like Berserk? Would be cool to have you animate something from it. I did like Berserk. I never watched or read the comics, but I did see the movies. And although I thought they were relying way too much on 3D with 2D, I still enjoyed it. I thought it was really unique. The whole Griffith being this badass good guy, and he just became so corrupt, reduced to nothing because he was tortured. I thought that was really fucking cool. To take such a cool character, almost cliched anime character, and just kind of turn him around. I was thinking about animating Vinland Saga, but I don't know if enough people know what that is. I personally love the beginning of it. Before, I don't read it anymore. After the farm thing, it became kind of slow. I might pick it up again, but the beginning of it was amazing. Up to where Askeladd was murdered. Alejandro, what drawing tablet are you using? The Cintiq 24 HD. Hushisama, Hyushi-sama, hungry. I am hungry. I'm sure you're hungry too. Now, Safe for Work says, have you watched any JoJo Bizarre's Adventure? No, I haven't. I've heard of it. I haven't watched it though. As the Fox, it looks fantastic so far. Thank you. I think it looks good. I'm proud of it. And I'm going to save it because this is one of those times where I just lose power. Hushi-sama says, I can animate, but I haven't made a full animation, just storyboards and animatics, which is fine, you know, like, there's people who make six figures doing animatics and storyboards. So that's a profession. Just so you know, that's not like the precursor to animation. In fact, you could probably get a job easier if you went into storyboarding and animatics, because everything that does video needs a storyboard. Not everyone needs animation, especially 2D animation. So get better at that, is what I'm saying. I've been a fan for years, from years ago back to your Naruto days, and I'd love to help when I get more confident. Yeah, send me your stuff on private message here. I'll check it out. I'll see your work. Because some stuff I need for in-game doesn't necessarily need a lot of animation. Just maybe needs some, maybe I just need a lot of stills or very small movements. So I could definitely use some help with that. Zoe Kalia says, how do I use character model sheets for animations? Dude, I don't really know. I know how they work, but I always feel like I don't use them because I always change my mind on timing. So I would just go online and find that out. I wouldn't be able to give you a good answer. Jack, she said, is this character design canon or you make this up on this? Is this character design canon or did you make it up on the spot? Actually, my client, I'm assuming you're talking about Sarada, but my client, an existing picture. I don't know where he got it from. So, but he gave me this picture. So I don't know if that's canon or not. But I kind of just took it as the idea and kind of somewhat traced it. I traced the glasses because I knew I wasn't going to get that right. But the face I changed. I made her face a little bit rounder because I feel like Naruto characters have kind of a rounder looking face. So I also changed the mouth a lot and a couple other things. Michonne looks amazing, Spyton. Thank you. Doesn't the Sharingan have two circles, one inside and one on the outside? I've seen both. I've seen it have like the circle that touches the tomies and have it not be there. So I might include it though and do the two circles like you're saying. Oh, on the Let's Animate Sarada part. Got it. I mean, I did put Let's Animate Sarada, but I don't know if maybe that's too vague. I should add more stuff, like Patreon and all that, all the good stuff. Got to shill, all the shillings. Hushi, I need to start making full animations with in-betweens and work on my transitions between poses, I think. Yeah, learn cinematography. Maybe I shouldn't say it like that. Yeah, learn cinematography. Learn how shots are made. I know you're talking about more individual, like if your hand is by your side and then you bring it up to your nose, how do you do that? But also in a show, you need to learn how to storyboard, right? Because if you don't know how to do that, it doesn't matter how good your actual animation is. If your shots look like crap, then your whole thing's going to fall apart. I will contact you one day and show you my work. Please do. Alejandro says, damn you, Rich. No, not even. Midnight Writer, you say, hello, Smyton. I'm a beginner animator and I model most of my animation methods upon your and Kale old tutorials. Why do you choose not to animate in Photoshop anymore? I still do sometimes, but Photoshop has mainly become a background creator for me, where I paint backgrounds. The reason why I don't really use it anymore is because Clip Paint Studio, which is what I'm using now, is a lot better. It's here. I'll show you. I mean, it draws like Photoshop. It gives me 100% creativity on it on the lines, but it also has this timeline at the bottom here, which is like Flash. You can also see this thing on the side here. It lets me do different layers in each frame, and when I make a new frame, these layers here stay, which is really important. Whew. Michonne says, agreed about Zabuza's site. I was actually introduced to the series via that arc. It did look its charm as it progressed. Oh, it did lose its charm while it progresses. Shippuden has disappointed me a lot in that aspect, especially recently. Like, I don't mind watching shows for, like, even if it's not the way that I want it to go, I don't care. Because, the show, I'm watching the show because I want to see what the creator's doing, not because of how I want it to end, which is why I always find it funny when I see people getting mad over shipping. Like, oh, you shouldn't have ended up with her or him, whatever. It's like, dude, like, it's how he had it. So just fucking enjoy it. But, yeah, I mean, there were some things that were kind of dragged on, I think. Hashi said, the original Naruto was best. They seemed more like ninjas in the original Naruto. I agree. Jax, where's my boy Kale Fire Tears? Rest in peace, my boy. His work 10 out of 10. Kale Fire Tears had some real life issues. If you go back to my stream, probably like the first 30 minutes, I discuss a little bit of what happened between him and I. I mean, nothing really big happened between us. It was just, I feel like I took the work. Once someone came into my team, I told them, listen, obviously we're not getting paid for this. This is before YouTube did any kind of money, but we're not getting paid for this. So if you want to help me out, then obviously you can, but I'm going to treat this like a job with deadlines and stuff. If you can't handle it, let me know. But let me know. Don't say, yeah, I can take this on, and then disappear for 3 months, and then say, oh yeah, I didn't get anything done, because that pisses me off. So he didn't do that, but I think me being that way, like, this is a job. We got to act like a job, if we're going to get this done, kind of made him not really want to work with me more in the future. And other things. There were other things going on. So I think it was that with some audience members or some fans being dicks to him, and then his life situation, like everything just kind of made him want to quit YouTube. Midnight's Writer says, yeah, too bad he left the internet, basically. Jack said, we need to bring back the dad of animation. Hey, I'm older than him. Aren't I the dad? At least let me be the grandpa. Alex R.O. Manga Studio has no audio built into it. I know. Well, I'm assuming you're talking about the Clip Paint Studio, but I know that's the deal breaker for me. I use Clip Paint Studio for clients that need work done for me that don't require audio, like no lip syncing. It's strictly visual. When I do that, I use Clip Paint. But with anything else, I don't. Or if I am going to use it, I lip sync in Flash, then I import it into Clip Paint. But yeah, I hate the fact that it doesn't have audio built into it. Alex also says, whoops, holy shit. Have you ever coordinate an animation in manga? Have you ever coordinate an animation in Manga Studio? Because I read it has no audio. Yeah, like I was saying, there's no audio features, and I can't lip sync in it, which pisses me off. So they seriously need to bring that in. I would use this strictly if they had audio built into it. But until they do, I'm using Flash. I'm just using this for when I don't need to worry about audio. So I think I'm going, let's see, it's 12:45 where I am. I think I'm going to stick around for another 15 minutes, and then I'm going to have to head on off to bed because I have to go to my restaurant job in the morning. Sucks. I think I am gonna start animating a little bit faster here, so some of the quality might go down again, or go down, not again, but that was way off. Jeez, that Tomy should be like down here. Oops, fuck. There we go. There we go. More down here, there. I think I might make her look more angry. We'll see how that turns out. Have to, somewhere around here, the eyes get a little weird. I'll have to change that. Somewhere here. But because my client wants to see Sarada's, like, whatever the thing's called, the thing that belongs to Sakura, for it to start expanding around her head like it does with when she's activating that power, I'm going to have to get the hair out of her face almost instantly, so I have to figure out how to do that. So now it's completely, yeah. Well, I'll figure it out. Alejandro, you're asking, Smine, is YouTube your job or do you have another job other than YouTube? Yeah, I work at a restaurant and I do freelance animation. That's where my income really comes from. I don't make money on YouTube. Uh, I mean, I should probably say that I make very little amount of money on YouTube. It's nothing to, yeah, it's not enough to live off of, not even a little. I'm trying to use Patreon as that way, for now. I mean, right now it's not doing anything, but little by little, if I can get some people to support me on there, there's a couple things I want to do. One thing is continue these streams, and if I can, if I'm animating every day, then I basically want to be streaming every day because I don't mind doing this. I'm animating while you guys are watching, and I find it fun as long as you guys do. Also, I'm going to continue my original series, and if I can get some other animators, then I want to do some other things. Like, if you guys ever remember Celebrity Deathmatch from the 90s, I wanted to do something like that, but with anime characters, where they're basically fighting each other one-on-one. It doesn't just have to be anime characters. That can be like Western characters too. Like Steven Universe versus Naruto or whatever, or I don't know, Luffy versus the Finn from Adventure Time. I don't know, stuff like that. I just think it'd be fun. And do that. A couple other things though is because I did like Bleach a lot. I was thinking about maybe doing some small Bleach animations, but making them look as professional as possible. Make them like no more than 10 seconds long, and then put them on YouTube or like Tumblr or something. Like of good parts of Bleach, like memorable things. Hashi says, cinematography is a must. I'm pretty decent at it. I make comic books. You gotta know how to proportion a shot and screen direction. Everything would be kind of confusing. Yeah, exactly. And LOL, yeah, the story dragged on too much for me, but that's just me. Oh, you're talking about Naruto. I must leave so I can kill a few walkers. So I can sleep. This was brilliant, insightful, and inspirational. Thank you. All right, Michonne, thank you for coming by, and I hope to see you again. It was a pleasure having you on. Stephanie, same time here too. I know, right? Freaking East Coast. I'm in Florida myself. Alex says, I animated some stuff in Photoshop, but when I heard that Clip Studio Paint had an animation feature, I got hyped as hell thinking of the smooth lines. But then I saw I had no audio. Still pretty good. Yeah, look, there's ways around it. If you have Flash, then all you have to do is make your rough drafts in Flash, lip sync there, and then you bring it into Clip Paint. It's really not that big of a deal. It's just if you want to make little changes here and there, then it's like kind of gets annoying. And obviously, you just want it to be a feature. Like, why the fuck isn't it a feature? If I can import videos, why can't I import audio? It can't be that hard for them to include it. And if they just included it, it would change everything. Alexandro says, thanks, was just wondering. Hello, NASA. Same here. Alex says, and I understand all animators on YouTube can't make much money. Oh my god, yes, do some Bleach whenever you like. I will. Go to my Tumblr. It's, Tumblr does it different. smiten4tw.tumblr.com. I think that's how it goes. Just look for me. Look for smiten4tw. I have some Bleach stuff in there, and I think you'll like it. Yeah, it's really difficult for animators to make money on YouTube because we just can't upload often. It sucks because it's like a trickle effect. You can't make a living off this, so you have to make a living doing something else, right? So that takes your time. So because that's taking your time, you can't spend time working on YouTube stuff so you can upload more often to have more people subscribe to you and support you financially and whatever. And so you're just kind of stuck. So I think Mastar, I don't know how to say it, but he's doing a really good job. He's a fan animator. His idea is pretty unique, like Anime Wars. I think he's doing something pretty cool with it. And I'm almost positive he's making pretty good money off of it. But yeah, all I can really say is if you enjoy my stuff, subscribe. Um, if you can't, if you're unable to help financially, which obviously I understand, but if you can't help, on Patreon, become a patron, then tell people about my channel. Exposure is a big thing. It's actually incredibly hard to get exposure when there's so many YouTube channels out there. So, talk about me. Just talk about me. No, that don't look good. No, didn't like that. Again, I'm going really fast here. So as I said before, I'm trying to make her forehead visible because she needs to have that dot thing in on her forehead like be activated. So I can't really do that if not quite sure how to do that because she's got huge ass bangs. What can you do? Might actually just have her bangs kind of turn like the wind just suddenly just like turned. That might work. And now her collar is also going to start going the other way. Most likely change her expression a bit later. But then again, that kind of looks cool, right? Because like in the beginning, she starts off, she obviously looks kind of pissed off. And then she looks down, and then she looks up, and obviously she's about to eye rape you somehow. And she's got that, like, I don't know, like, emotionless face that's really creepy, but might actually look pretty cool. Maybe I will keep it. All right, guys. I like the way it's looking so far. I'm going to change a couple things around. Obviously, I'm going to continue. I'll probably continue tomorrow around. Well, maybe tomorrow. I got family in town. If not tomorrow, during the weekend. I'm going to most likely do this. If not tomorrow, then Saturday. And I'm going to continue doing this. And then, yeah. And I'll do another live stream when it happens. So, yeah, subscribe. Actually, I'm going to come back here and talk to you guys real quick. See if anyone said anything. Hello, Sebastian. Hola. Fortunately, I'm just about to turn off the stream, but I'm going to be here, like I said, this weekend. So subscribe to me, guys. I really do appreciate any subscriptions I get. Like this, and just get the word out. Tell people that I'm here. Tell them to check me out. I'm trying a lot of different things and hoping that something will work. And let's see. Midnight Writer, you said, I really admire your Naruto art style over the years, but I can't help wonder what your own anime style would be like. Do you have an example online somewhere? I'll be honest, I don't. I've tried to make my own style, but it isn't really anime. Like, in game would be my own more Western, like cartoony style. You know, you can look that up in my channel right now. But because I started animating with Naruto, it's definitely got that influence over me. I would say in game is close to that, but it's more westernized in some aspects. Yeah, in game is like there's a couple I did on purpose. Like Lock Arn, he's definitely got that anime look to him, which I did on purpose. There's a main bad guy coming who he's also gonna have kind of an anime look to him, but I want his look to be different. I don't want it to look... I actually want it to be a little bit like Bleach. So maybe people can look at it and say, huh, like, is this a nod to Bleach characters? Is he going to act like a Bleach character? You know, whatever. But why are you so underrated? You're like the best animator on YouTube. Thank you. I don't know. I want so bad to make this my job. I just think about these YouTubers who have this as a job. And most of them are like vloggers. They just put their face in front of a screen and talk. And sure, they're charismatic and entertaining, but damn, like, I'm here animating this shit over and over, and I love it, but god damn it. And it would be awesome to have some more exposure. I would love it. I just need to do more. That's basically it. Like, I need to learn, or I need to figure out ways to upload more so people know I'm alive. Because when you when you go on Patreon, you become my patron. It's kind of discouraging to just give a guy $5 a month and then he never uploads, or he uploads one thing every half a year. Like, I understand. No one wants to do that. So, but I'm gonna keep it up. I'm not gonna just talk about it. I'm gonna do it. You found my Tumblr? Awesome. But yeah, guys, I'm actually going to take off now. I have to be at work in the AM, unfortunately. But as I said, subscribe to me. I'm going to be doing these live streams a lot. Basically, anytime I'm animating, I'm going to let you know right on the title what I'm animating, so you know if you want to be a part of it or not. So... I know, I'm sorry. But it was great. Please come back and see us. Hello, Nessa, Steffi, Midnight Rider, Zoe Kalia, Sebastian, everyone. Just come on by and have a good night. Stop at a stream.